Get right into this. What's up, stream and YouTube? Today in this session, we're gonna try to finish. We're trying to finish Onikakushi today. It's probably gonna be another 5-hour stream, so we're just gonna strap in, cause stuff's already gotten real serious. Yeah, I mean, lots gonna happen this episode and stream. So, all right, we ended off, I think, right here. Okay. Let me do one more. Okay, yeah. Everything's all good. Where we left off, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Mion and Rena came over. He almost swallowed a needle. A sewing needle. Oh, that was horrible. I don't want to remember that. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. Oh, did I fix the sprites from last time? Okay. Tap, tap, tap. The sounds of muffled footsteps stopped in front of the door to my room. A moment of silence, as if whomever they belonged to was ascertaining if I was inside. Of all the things I should have been doing, I continued on with my restless slumber. I was very much conscious, but my body hadn't caught up yet. Even with danger bearing down on me from just beyond the door, it was as if I was completely paralyzed, unable to move. Without a doubt, this was sheer terror. Please, just leave. Hey, why isn't my body awake yet? Was this sleep paralysis? If they came into my room right now, then... Whoa, god damn. I sprung to my feet and threw my covers at my mom, who was opening the door. Whoa.
何ケイチ
Keiichi,
どうしたの
what's the matter?
ごめん、
Sorry.
寝ぼけてた。
I was still half asleep. I thought it was still 1 or 2 a.m., but the morning sun was already streaming through the gap between the curtains. It felt nothing like morning. Yesterday, I must have fallen asleep right after that. Then I should have gotten a full 10 hours of rest. But it didn't feel like that at all. My internal clock was completely screwed up and my sense of balance felt off. I felt feverish enough that it was clear to me that I was still not well.
どうケイチ
Well, Keiichi,
体の調子はどう
how are you feeling?
学校行けそう
Can you make it to school? Wow! Okay, that was wrong. I felt far from well enough. No, I wasn't mentally fit to go. Yeah. After yesterday, I can see why you don't want to go to school, because you have to worry about Rena and Mion, whom I don't understand why they're doing all this at all. I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm so confused. I was still plagued with the terror from yesterday. If I had swallowed that needle, what would have happened? You could have died from that. If you swallow a needle, like that was close. Or what if it had pierced my tongue? Well, I mean, I don't know about that. There was undoubtedly a murderous intent. I don't think that's all it was. I don't think that either, you're right. If they really wanted to kill me, then there were other, more certain ways to do it. They wouldn't resort to such a dubious method as having me swallow a needle. Yeah, that's a bit strange in itself. Meaning, I didn't want to believe it, but going that far was just a threat from Rena and Mion. A threat? What kind of threat? Aren't you glad you didn't die? But next time we'll use a more assured method. Like that. Something like sending a letter with a razor inside would have been a joke compared to this. I don't know. I think you would have taken it the same way.
ちゃんと病院は行った
Did you make it to the hospital?
お薬は飲んだの
Did you take your medicine?
うん。まあ一応。
Yeah, kinda. Something about my mom's dubious gaze bothered me. She seemed more concerned about her son missing 2 days of school rather than him being sick. Oh man, come on. It was definitely mental fatigue. I wasn't really physically ill.
一度生活のリズムを崩すとなかなか戻らないんだから
It'll be hard for you to get back on track once your daily routine is thrown off.
さら起きて起きて
Come on, get up.
病は気からって言うのよ。
They say wellness is a state of mind. I'd heard that line many times before. I was given an award in elementary school for having perfect attendance, but it wasn't like I was healthier than everyone.
ささ、顔洗ってらっしゃい。
Come on, go wash your face.
ご飯はもうできてるわよ。
Breakfast is already ready.
もうレナちゃんが来るまであんまり時間がないわよ。
Oh god, I forgot Rena's coming. There isn't much time before Rena-chan comes and gets you. Oh man, yay. Mom's tone meant I couldn't argue about it, so I had to give up on skipping a second day. Damn.
そうそう。今の壁にぼたもちを投げつけたのはケイチ？
Oops. By the way, were you the one who got bean paste all over the living room wall, Keiichi?
ダメよ、あんなことしちゃ。
You shouldn't do something like that. I mean... Hey, you know, I almost just swallowed a needle by my friends, but, you know...
お父さん、怒ってたわよ。
Wait, what did he do with the needle? Did he just leave it? We could use that. I mean... Could that be used as... I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's definitely evidence of some kind. Father was quite angry. I didn't feel particularly guilty for doing it, so I didn't have much of a reaction. Also, Mom didn't question me any further about it. She headed back downstairs after she was certain I was getting up. What Mom said is, as she left yesterday, I'd hate it. Oh, I said Mom again. What Mion said as she left yesterday, I'd hate it if you missed school tomorrow. Came back and dwelled in the back of my head. What does she mean by that? What do you mean by that? I didn't even have to really think about it. She was saying, don't be absent. Is that a threat? Taking that a bit further, it was the same as her saying I should just go about living my life as if nothing happened. If I showed any signs of acting unusual, it would probably result in them making their move. What, killing me? If I acted differently, someone like Oishi-san, for example, might end up noticing that something is up. Meaning, if I didn't wash my mouth or did anything differently from the norm, in effect, it would end up communicating something to those who were undesirable. And it seems that was something that the girls didn't intend to forgive. Oh boy. So I just went along as normal. No harm would come to me. Was that how it was going to be? All that misery I experienced up until yesterday would almost creepily just fade away. It was an enticing deal. Not really. I don't know if I can act all normal like that. Especially after, like, that. Just by forgetting everything I'd seen or heard these last few days, I'd be able to keep living on like normal. That's not how it works.
そんな虫のいい話あるわけ？
There's no way such a selfish thing could... I swallowed hard. Whoa. I once again deliberated on the idea that I had just rejected. Mion was probably a good person who had her friends at heart. She was giving me, who had mistakenly broken some rule of theirs, a chance. Was what I did really something so unforgivable? I don't know. But Mion had given me another chance. She was saying if I just forgot everything and kept living on like I had been, I'd be forgiven.
ケイチ、ご飯冷めちゃうわよ。
Your food's going to get cold.
急いで降りてらっしゃい。
Hurry up and get down here.
早くしないとレナちゃんが来ちゃうわよ。
Rena will be here if you don't hurry. Okay.
あ、今行くよ。
I'm coming. I crammed my textbooks into my bag and hastily made my way downstairs. Something I'm noticing I'm doing is I am swirling my mouse around like this, and I don't know why I do it when I'm reading. It just feels like it's a really weird habit, and it's like, thinking about it is just making me uncomfortable. Anyway, I picked up my somewhat bland breakfast. It seemed that I didn't have much time. It was already past when I usually met up with Rena. Given yesterday's events, she'd probably be here in the next 5 minutes. I needed to be ready to head to school by then. I had to forget everything that had happened the past 2 days. Really. Forget it all and return to my normal life. For this to be normal, I'll have to be where I normally meet up with Rena. Today of all days, the rice was dry and hard to get down. Ding dong. I jumped at the sound and dropped my chopsticks. Oh no. Person of the hour has arrived. That chime signaled that Rena had arrived. Oh man. Mom hurried me along.
ほら、レナちゃん来ちゃったわよ。
Come on, Rena-chan's already here.
急いで急いで。
Hurry, hurry. No, I don't want to hurry. My mother's merry smile and my gloomy face was polar opposites. Honestly, I was reluctant to see Rena, who was waiting there on the other side of the door. The Rena on the other side. Was it the Rena I knew? I couldn't keep her waiting. I needed to do things as usual. Oh, okay. It is okay, it is the PS3 sprites. I was worried it was gonna be a different set of sprites. It would have been funny though. Morning! An invigorating greeting filled in from across the doorway. Oh man. I don't like the fact that you guys know where I live.
遅かったから来てみたけど、今日はどうかな
Well, let me know if the audio is too high or too low. I could try fixing it, but I think it's fine. I came since Keiichi-kun was a bit late. Will he be okay today? I wonder. The manner in which Rena was concerned was, without a doubt, the Rena I knew. But that was probably only if I reciprocated. Forget everything from yesterday. Pretend as though nothing had happened. I mean, it's kind of hard to do that. Forget about the gruesome dismemberment. Yeah. Forget about the mysterious deaths that happened the following years. Oh yeah, just forget all this. Forget about the people falling to their death, and the terminal illness and suicide, the fatal beatings and the disappearances. Forget it. Just forget all of it. That's easy, right? No. Forget that Rena and Mion were scary. Of course. Forget it all. Forget about all of it. Forget about the mochi, too. Forget. Okay, man. You gotta... This is just like a big stage of denial. You can't do that. Rena, once again, asked to make sure.
学校、行けそう
Can you make it to school?
大丈夫だよ。
Yeah, I'm fine.
よかった
Great!
じゃあ行こうみーちゃん待ってるよ
Then let's go. Mi-chan is waiting. Oh, and we have to deal with Mion, too. Rena showed me her usual bright smile. I don't know what to believe from you guys, but to be honest, like, I just don't want to be around you guys right now. Whether you're good or bad, I don't know. I couldn't find any hint of deceit in her expression. My nervousness dissipated, giving away the relief. Oh my god, he actually is going along with this. There's no way.
なのにさとこちゃんね絶対にできるって意地になっちゃって
But you see, Sadako-chan was so insistent she could do it. As we were walking, Rena talked about a lot of different stuff, more so than usual.
それで
Then?
さとこちゃん不吉祥だから何度やってもできないのはうかいかったんだよ
Sadako-chan is clumsy, so she failed no matter how many times she tried. And I'm not reading that last part. Everything Rena talked about was just silly nonsense, so I just replied every so often and laughed from time to time. It was a rather laid-back conversation. I love how there's no music anymore. If, like, there's just no music to that, like, what's supposed to be a happy beat. Like, what's going on? We passed by one of our neighbors and they called out to us.
あれケイチちゃんにレナちゃん。今日はちょっと遅いんじゃないの
Oh my, Keiichi-chan and Rena-chan. Aren't you two a bit late today? Wow.
ミ
Okay.
オンちゃん、先に行くって言ってたわよ。
Okay, so what to do with Mion. Okay, I mean, I don't know if that makes it better or worse that I still have Rena with me by myself, though. Mion-chan said she was going on ahead. Okay.
あみーちゃん怒ってるかな
Oh, well, we don't want to make her mad. Uh-oh, did Mi-chan look mad, I wonder?
怒ってるかな
Oh, man.
早く行こうケイチくん
We need to hurry up, Keiichi-kun. Okay. Why are you afraid of she's... I mean... Okay. After greeting our neighbor with a smile, Rena turned back to me and poked her tongue out. Not expecting that, I couldn't help but crack a smile.
あケイチくん笑った
I can't tell if you're genuine or not, bro. Like... I don't know. What am I supposed to believe, chat? What am I supposed to believe anymore?
なんだよ。
Huh? What? Rena stopped and stared at me.
ケイチくん今朝もなんか元気なかったからまだ風邪が治らないのかなって思ってたけど大丈夫みたいだね
I was thinking that you still hadn't recovered from your cold since you seemed down this morning, Keiichi-kun. But now you seem fine. Okay. With a grin, she gently poked my cheek. Okay. It was a bright, sincere smile, and it's hard to believe. Hey, Keiichi Maibara. How can you still doubt Rena after she shows you a smile like that? I don't know, because of maybe the stuff that's been going on, like, beyond the happy stuff. I mean, maybe there's some truth to it, but, I mean, can't ignore the fact that, like, they put a sewing needle in his, like, food. That was, I don't know. Maybe I had a high fever up until today. And I imagine everything that I thought happened because I was bedridden and delirious? Okay, I don't believe that, but maybe this, like, maybe you can stretch the truth a bit. Maybe, I don't know. I really hope that was the case. If God would grant me just one wish, there's only one thing that I'd wish for. I would want what had happened in the past few days, more specifically from the night of the Watanagashi up until last night. I want all that to have never happened. Well, you can't change the past. You dug this deep, and now you gotta live with it. I wonder how many times I'd wish for these past few days. A lot, really. At least a few times. As long as Rena kept on smiling like this, I think it might just become reality. I mean, yeah, a lie can become the truth, so if that's what you want to do. So I wanted Rena to keep on smiling. Keep on smiling.
で、ケイチくん、
So, Keiichi-kun. Oh no. No,
昨日
no, no.
のおはぎ、ちゃんと食べてくれた？
Okay, yeah, no, we don't get any wholesome stuff anymore. Those mochi yesterday, did you eat them all? I hate how everything stopped. Like, the second that happened, like, I got goosebumps immediately. Hell no. That vain wish of mine was instantly shattered. Yep. My heart began palpitating. The relaxed morning mood suddenly became frigid. Rena's smile was the same as usual. Her eyes were gentle as usual. Those mochi yesterday, did you eat them all? Oh yeah, almost just, like, choked on it, but don't worry. Of course, she wasn't asking the question at face value. In other words, Rena was asking, did you get the message? She was probably trying to convey that. Oh, and it came back.
ケイ
Okay.
チくん、
Keiichi-kun? I was reluctant to give an answer. Rena stopped walking and stared deeply into my eyes. Oh god, you better at least give an answer. Don't hesitate, Keiichi Maibara. Rena was acting the same as always, wasn't she? I needed to respond in my usual way. Naturally, of course. But both my throat and mouth had gone dry, and my lips were stuck together. Hurry and answer, Keiichi. Not that much time had passed. I could still keep the conversation going naturally. I had to say something quickly.
おー
I don't know what's going on. Rena playfully mimicked what I had said when I had finally squeaked something out. I don't like that. Why are you messing with me? This doesn't make it any better. I feel like something... Like, you gotta... Rena's reaction was still normal. I don't know. It seemed that there wasn't as long of a pause as I had thought. Somehow I finally squeaked out the rest.
うまかった。
Delicious! However, my strained efforts neither sullied nor brightened Rena's expression. I don't like that. For a moment I panicked, thinking I had replied incorrectly. But after a few moments, Rena broke into her usual soft smile and giggled with a joyful voice that seemed to echo through the morning air. Being strung along by that laugh, I couldn't help but laugh as well.
そうなんだ。
I see.
で、全部食べたのかな？かな？
Why does this just get worse? Did you eat all of them, I wonder? Yeah? My timid smile froze again. Did you make it without swallowing the sewing needle? Was that what she was asking? If I had swallowed it, then I wouldn't be here.
いや、全部は食べきれなかったからさ。
Nah, I couldn't finish all of them.
まだ残ってるんだよ。
There's still some left. I was scared out of my wits, but that's how I played it.
あれれ？
Huh?
どれがレナが作ったのか当てる宿題はどうなっちゃったのかな？
What about the homework to see if you could tell which one Rena made? Oh, don't tell me the one you made was the one with the needle in it. Oh, thanks.
あの宿題って今日までだったっけ？
That homework, was it due today? Oh boy, don't be.
うん、今日までなんだよ。
Yeah, it's due today.
みーちゃん怒るよ。きっと罰ゲームだね。
Michan will get angry. There's probably a penalty game ready for you. Oh, fun! Yay! I'm gonna get punished. Wow. We both laughed at each other again. To a casual observer, it was just a typical morning. If I could just let myself believe, then even I think it was just a normal morning routine. Well, it's not, but why not, right? But I was certain I wasn't mistaken. There was something unimaginable buried beneath the facade of this giggling Rena. I hate how there's been no, music for, almost, 10 minutes now. Huh? Oh, okay. That left me so confused, my brain short-circuited. I recalled that unexpected, piercing voice that I could hardly believe came from Rena's mouth. The moment that image crossed my mind, I felt a cold sweat trickle down my back. Was it only at that particular time that something evil had possessed Rena? What does that mean? No, that was wrong. That was still Rena. Oishi-san told me, didn't he?
実は調べてみたら、竜宮さんは引っ越しの少し前に学校で謹慎処分を受けているんですよ。
Actually, I looked into her. Before Ryugu-san moved away to Hinamizawa, she was suspended from school.
なんでも学校中のガラスを割って回ったんだとか。
It seems she went through her school building and broke all of her windows. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, man. Ah! There's the creepy face. What can we call this? Freaky face? Freaky eyes? I don't know. Leave a suggestion on what we could call this. Rena had a disorder that normal people didn't. No matter how pleasantly she smiled, that fact would not change. But I couldn't even imagine how she looked as she broke all the glass throughout the school. One thing I knew was that it wasn't something spur of the moment. If it was some sudden outburst of anger, then maybe she'd break a pane or two. But she broke all the windows all throughout her school. That's a lot of windows. Just imagine going through your own school, breaking the windows with a bat. Oh, okay. Oh, well, we get a sprite for that? Oh, not a sprite. A CG? Whoa. Hold on, is there... Oh, there isn't. Damn. Swinging full force at each pane of glass, one after another, paying no heed to the flying shards. Your classmates aghast, unable to move from the sudden turn of events. I wonder where she could have found the most windows lined up in a row. Why are we thinking about that? And more not the fact that, oh yeah, she just casually swings a bat around. No big deal, guys. Probably the hallway. Duh. Smash, walk, wind up, smash, walk, wind up. I hate how that sounded. It was difficult for me to connect that horrifying image with the Rena smiling at me right now. Well, it's just simply a different part of Rena. But I just had to imagine it. Impossible because it was unimaginable. That naive way of thinking no longer worked. The unpleasant piercing sound of shattered glass, the crunching noises Rena treads across the broken shards, walking towards me. Rena's classmates going pale as they forget to even breathe. I wondered what they did as Rena came closer, breaking windows along her path. Did they earnestly try to bring her back to her senses by saying something? Or did they jump at her, trying to stop her savagery? Or did they run to the staff room to call for the teachers? Oh, man. Probably none of those. Yeah, I figured. In the face of that blood-curdling sight of Rena busting window after window, undoubtedly. All they could do was silently clear a path for her. Dumbfounded, just clearing the path for Rena to continue. It would be cruel to blame anyone for looking the other way. I mean, what were you even going to do in this situation? No, they weren't simply looking the other way. They knew it was the only way they could to protect themselves. Oh no! Oh wow! Wow English. They knew it was the only way they could to protect themselves. Oh wait, no, this is wrong. I thought I was wrong. If they had done something differently from the rest, they may have suddenly found themselves as Rena's new target. What would Rena have done to whoever attracted her attention? The answer was obvious. She would have undoubtedly acted according to her whims. Meaning I would, be the next window. Rena, staring into my eyes, shards of glass crunching and crackling underfoot as she drew closer. I was also drawn into her eyes, paralyzed. Oh, damn. Then Rena struck me with the bat over and over again, like I was one of those windows. I crouched down on the floor, desperately protecting my head. Rena didn't care whether it was my head or my back. Ow! Zealously, she hits me again and again. What kind of expression was she making as she was doing this over and over again? I peered up to see. Oh, yep, I knew it was going to be that one. Her expression was so indifferent. It was completely unnerving. How did this look with the other... Oh, God, this one. God. And then, yeah, this. It's because no matter how many times she struck me, I didn't make as unpleasant a sound as the other windows. She struck me continuously. Over and over again. The sound Rena wanted didn't come out. Our classmates standing around didn't try to stop her. They didn't want to be the next window. Somebody save me. Turning a blind eye unless we're hanging out? But of course, everyone in class scrambled to obtain the highest standardized test scores. They'd gain nothing from saving a cram school tryhard like me. Wow. Eventually there would be a faint sound, similar to when you crack open a walnut, and some sort of reddish black spray would shoot out. Oh, I did not like that imagery, Keiichi. Why? Anyway, it wasn't that Rena momentarily lost herself in her anger. After forcing myself to breathe and calming down my heart, I recalled what Oishi-san told me.
でですね、そのカウンセリングをした医師のカルテに、レナさんの会話内容が記載されているんですがね。
In the counselor's medical report, he recorded all the conversations he had with Rena-san.
その中に出てくるんですよ。
It shows up.
結構。
And quite a bit at that. Oh, no.
何がです
What does?
出てくるんですよ。
She mentioned
おやしろ様って単語が。
the word Oyashiro-sama. That's right. The guardian deed of Hinamizawa. Following that, Rena was suspended and had regular examinations at the hospital. Then, as Rena was going counseling, she said it over and over. Oyashiro-sama.
おやしろ様っていう幽霊みたいなものがですね、夜な夜な自宅にやってくるっていうんですよ。
It seems that the Oyashiro-sama she spoke of was like a ghost, appearing in her house every night.
枕元に立って自分を見下ろすんだって。
Standing over her pillow, looking down at her. That was only a piece of their conversation, so I couldn't see the big picture, but it was by no means a happy little conversation. Oh yeah, no really. Then what Rena did. Was she saying that ghastly incident was a result of her being possessed by Oyashiro-sama? Up until now, I didn't want to believe in Oyashiro-sama's curse. That's why I wanted to say that mysterious deaths every year happen because of some sort of conspiracy. Every time I talked with Oishi-san, I was more certain that the deaths were the work of men and not of some curse. Except, if it was people perpetrating the incidents, my friends were somehow deeply connected. If I refused to believe that the curse was real, then I would have to believe that those who acted the kindest to me were deeply involved in the incidents. Why? How? For what reason? Was Rena? Was everybody? It was much more painful and troublesome than accepting that it was just Oyashiro-sama's curse. In the aftermath, Rena had admitted to her doctor that it was because she was possessed by Oyashiro-sama. I felt a strange sense of relief from that. So that's how it was. There wasn't a second side to Rena. She did that Because she was possessed by something strange like Oyashiro-sama. Yeah, sure. It wasn't Rena's fault. Oyashiro-sama was the one to blame. It could explain the weird eyes, though. So maybe. I knew. This was all backwards. Refusing to believe there was a curse, I wanted there to be a human perpetrator. Now that my close friends were the ones under suspicion, I changed my beliefs at my own convenience, saying it was Oyashiro-sama's curse to blame. Which was the better choice, accepting that Oyashiro-sama's curse exists, or that Rena and the rest of them were deeply involved in the string of mysterious deaths. I didn't want to think about it. If I just didn't think about it, I'd be able to continue the same as always. I wanted to believe that. No, it's too late. You already thought on it, and you already know way too much. It is way too late for that, but that was no longer possible. At least you know. I had received their message. It was pathetic of me to try and bend the meaning to my own convenience. Regardless of whether my opponent were a human or a curse, I won't let it kill me. As if I would just bend over and give in. For no good reason at all. Oh, we're at school.
ケイチくん
Keiichi-kun?
さっきから変な顔してる。なん
You've been making a really weird face.
でだろうだろう。
Why, I wonder. I wonder. Inhaling sharply upon hearing Rena's voice, I came back to my senses. Before I had realized it, we were already at the entrance. Wow, we've had, like, no happy thoughts in, like, forever. This is just... Shaking my head a few times, I exercised all those terrifying thoughts. No matter how you looked at it, there's no way Rena could have done such terrible things. It was like I was trying to placate myself. I don't know if I said that right or wrong. What? As I slid the door open, a blackboard eraser loaded with chalk dropped down on my head the moment I stepped into the classroom. The chalk dust went in my eyes, inducing a brief moment of agony.
鶴休みのケイチさんにはお似合いですことよ。
How befitting for the Tron Keiichi-san. Okay, what a way to start, guys. And there's no happy
ケイ
upbeat
チも
music.
レナもおはようございますです。おはよ
Good morning to both of you, Keiichi and Rena.
う。さとこちゃんにリカちゃん。
Good morning, Satoko-chan and Rika-chan. Not quite in the mood for it, I didn't really react to Satoko's trap. Satoko braced herself as I passed by, expecting me to attack her. She seemed a bit disappointed as I simply walked by silently.
何なんですの？
What is this?
張り合いがありませんわ。
How discouraging indeed.
ケイチ、まだ本調子じゃないみたいです。
Keiichi doesn't seem back to his usual self yet.
うん。
Yeah.
だから、今日は加減してあげて。ね。
Take it easy on him for today, okay? Suddenly, there was a slap down on my shoulder. It hurt a bit. Mion?
よっ、ケイちゃん。しっかり休んできた？
Hey, Kei-chan, did you get enough rest? It was Mion. My mind was full with the stuff about Rena, but Mion was also a party of interest. Remember, Keiichi, that hawkish gaze from yesterday.
ああ、おはよ
Yeah, morning.
なんだなんだ。ずいぶんと覇気のない挨拶じゃん。
What's with that unenergetic greeting?
差し入れのおはぎ、ちゃんと食べてくれなかったの？
Did you eat the mochi I brought you? I'm like this because I ate them. Those words were itching to be blurted out.
う。やっぱ食欲がなくてさ。
I really just didn't have the appetite.
いくつかは食べたけど、だいぶ残しちゃったんだ。
I ate a few, but quite a lot were left over.
あれ？じゃあ宿題は？
Huh? What about the homework?
どれがレナの手作りかってのの回答は？
Do you have an answer for which one was Rena's?
ケイチくん宿題忘れなんだって。
Keiichi-kun said he forgot his homework. Oh, man.
ありゃー。じゃあ仕方ないね。罰ゲーム。
Jeez, then we can't help it. Time for your penalty. Oh, what's the penalty? Flashing a lurid smile, Mion returned to her seat. That is a weird word, lurid. There was nothing from our exchange that would cause our classmates to suspect anything was amiss. But of course, anyone listening to our conversations up until this morning wouldn't see anything suspicious. That was why it was so frightening. They acted in a way that, regardless of whatever happened to Keiichi Maibara, no one would ever suspect them. That fact had me terrified. Either they're really good actors, or there's some truth to it. I don't know. Soon the teacher came. Oh, yeah, you. After she asked how I felt and took attendance, another dull, ordinary day began. Wow, okay. Literally, we have not had an upbeat track at all. Like, this has just been, like, depressing. There's no more happy times. Like, at least, like, before, like, when we were with Oishi, like, it wasn't that bad. But now it's just like, yeah, no, not at all. This is just a depressing, like, first 40 minutes. This free study period was a convenient time to consider where I stood. What are you gonna do? I gently closed my eyes and pondered the ridiculous position I was in right now. First of all, what I shouldn't forget was how dangerous of a situation I was in. Ah, damn, not this music again. I had fallen out of favor with them. After interacting with Oishi-san multiple times, I could see it as I was getting closer to the heart of the matter. Let me know if the music's too loud. You can't hear me that well. The warning yesterday with the mochi was a good indicator of that. No, calling it a warning was just my habit of understating things. Wow. It probably had no meaning beyond stunting my progress and buying themselves some time. Until they had a method of completely erasing me, they were just biding their time. Yeah. Even though they were keeping me under their thumb with threats, it didn't change the fact that I knew too much. The chilling sensation of my desk made me recall Satoshi Hojo, the boy who was using this seat until last year when he disappeared. I forgot about Satoshi, that's right. We learned about him the other day. Damn, okay. Was he also similar to me? I mean, maybe? I don't know. Did he learn something he shouldn't have and was erased? I mean, that's tough, man. Damn. I wouldn't let them get rid of me so easily. Never. But, are they really trying to kill me? I've had these contradictory feelings for a while now. Even though I suspected them, I felt I had to cover for them. Even having witnessed all of their suspicious behavior, a morning like this just made it all seem like an elaborate hoax. I don't know what to believe, man, Keiichi. You're not helping either with the indecisiveness. Pick a side. No, that's just what I want to believe. Doubting my friends? Covering for them? My life was in danger. Or was it? Actually, I was debating the wrong point. Given my current situation, those points were something that should have been deliberated on a long time ago. But really, Ren and the rest of them, were they actually aiming to kill me? The little voice inside me continues to torment me with these unsolvable train of thoughts. Train of thought, wow. English. Are you an idiot, Keiichi Maibara? The answer should be obvious. But maybe that sewing needle might have been just an accident, right? No, that is not an accident. How could you screw up and drop a sewing needle into a piece of mochi? The benefit of the doubt can only go so far. Both Ren and Mion had acted and behaved suspiciously, but maybe it was all some sort of misunderstanding. What kind of misunderstanding? It wasn't just suspicious, it was outright ludicrous, wasn't it? I mean, right? Ren had just corrected me for lying, and Mion only asked me about what I had for lunch. I mean, that's true, but Rena was standing outside my door eavesdropping for a solid hour? She was probably just waiting for my phone call to end. No, for a whole hour outside your room. And is it normal to go home afterwards without saying anything? Why is he having like a conversation with himself? This just feels weird. You heard from Oishi-san, didn't you? About what Rena did at her former school? But at the hospital, she said it was Oyashiro-sama's fault. She...
いい加減にしろよ、前原圭一。
Why?
お前、命を狙われてるって自覚あるのかよ。
Why are we yelling this out loud, Keiichi? Cut it out, Keiichi Maebara. Don't you realize they're out to kill you? Yeah, just like scream it, I guess. Like, hey class, these guys are trying to kill me, but I don't know if that's true or not. Ugh. I guess. I think it's just like, I don't know. I think he's definitely right to be this paranoid, especially all that's happened. No, he definitely does, but it's like, it just sounds a little weird when you like actually read it, because like, yeah. I inadvertently blurted those words out loud. Okay. Hearing myself say that so directly left me dumbfounded for a few moments. At least you knew you fucked up. Afterwards, I had to look around to check if anyone else had heard it. My little... Oh, how do you say that word? Soliloquy? Oh, wow. I butchered that hard. Got a little too close to the truth. Even though I could feel the murderous intent from Rena and the others. Really? I don't know. I mean, I guess Rena and Mio, but I mean, Sadako and Rika, I mean, I'm not believing they're a part of that. You could convince me that Rena and Mio are a part of something, not Sadako and Rika, though. Nah, yeah. Part of me somewhere was still trying to deny that. Oh, okay. Fancy monologue. This late in the game, such hesitation could be fatal. I knew that, but I was just your average student, a man living his normal, ordinary life. Oh, when did he become a man? I thought he was still a teen. Okay. Do you think I could suddenly believe that my friends, who I had been happily laughing together with up until Sunday, now intended to kill me, right? Yeah, no, I couldn't believe it. You're too soft, Keiichi. This time, I remember to keep my voice down. That is not how he kept his voice down. There are 4 explanation points there. That is... Yeah, wow, that's real quiet. I remember to keep my voice down so only I could hear it. There was one thing I now understood. I was too soft. I didn't completely understand how dangerous Rena and the rest of them were. Why does... I don't understand. Is he thinking... Okay. No, I wasn't trying to understand. I was too soft for not listening to Oishi-san when he was earnestly showing me the heart of the matter. I didn't listen because I was too busy pretending to be dejected. No, you really were dejected. What do you mean you were pretending? I didn't comprehend it. Yeah, like, softly, and he's just, like, it's like as he's screaming it. I didn't listen because I was too busy pretending to... Oh, wait, no, fuck. I read that already. I was just running away. I didn't comprehend it, so nobody had any notion to try and kill me? I need to get rid of such naive thoughts. As I made that resolution, I heard the bell signaling the end of class. Wait a minute, he said this all during class? Wait, no, was he screaming? He was screaming all that in class, and no one turned to look at him. Okay, so soon. The day was already over. I didn't recall eating lunch or anything in class. My friends were putting their desks together in preparation for club activities. Are we really doing club activities after all this? Not long ago, I would probably have happily joined into that circle.
あらあら、ケイチさん。
My Keiichi-san.
帰り支度とはあんまりですことよ。
How rude of you to even think about leaving. The way Sadako spoke was so typical and familiar. It almost physically hurt.
あれケイチくん、今日は都合悪いのかな
Huh? Keiichi-kun is today not a good day, I wonder?
今日こそ二人で大勝利。は
And we were going to win big together. Oh, that's right, we never finished that game. Seeing Rena's expression, which said she was really looking forward to today, was hard to take. Hey, Keiichi, maybe Oishi-san is just some enormous jerk trying to separate me from the others by lying to me? No, I really doubt that. Slap. Did he just slap himself? Trying to expunge such weak-minded thinking, I slapped myself in the face. Okay, he did.
ケイチくん
That's gotta look a little weird to everyone else, just like slapping yourself in the face out of nowhere. Yeah, was Rena really trying to kill me? I wish someone would tell me it was a hoax. I didn't care if it was actually was one or not. I just wanted someone to say it was. Ugh. Yeah, another weak-willed thought. How'd I ever become this naive?
大丈夫頭痛いの
Are you alright? Does your head hurt? Apparently that was how my inner dilemma appeared to Rena.
顔色悪いよ。
You're pale!
一人で帰れる？
Can you make it home by yourself?
送ってった方がいいかな？
No, Rena, I don't know if I want you to. Maybe I should accompany you home, I wonder.
いや、いい。ごめん。
No, it's okay. Sorry.
一人で帰れる。
I can get home by myself.
部活はみんなでやってくれよ。
Just had the meeting without me. Upon hearing... Whoa, I almost dropped my phone. Upon hearing that I wasn't going to participate in the club meeting, Mion pouted unhappily.
ケイちゃんがリベンジ熱望してたってんで、今日はせっかくこの間の推理ゲームにしたってのにな。
No, she should not accompany me. No. Since Kei-chan was so bent on a revenge match, we were even going to play that deduction game from before, too.
ケイチさんにはリターンマッチに臨む熱いハートはありませんですの？
Keiichi-san doesn't have the burning desire for a rematch?
情けないですわね。
How pathetic. Oh, I think I almost right-clicked on it. I wouldn't fall for such a dumb taunt. Without even a real retort, I just grabbed my bag and was about to get up. Someone's hand perched itself gently on my head. Oh, wait, hold on.
ケイチ、具合悪そうです。
I haven't checked the other art styles. I forgot I actually wanted to look at that. I neglected that because I learned that last stream. Okay, here's this one and there's this one. The original art style is... Okay, it's a little strange. Keiichi doesn't seem to be
か
well.
わいそうですよ。
How very unfortunate. Where's Rika-chan? She was stretched up as far as she could, doing her best to pat my head with her petite hand. It felt so nice, which made things even harder.
ごめんな、
Sorry,
みんな。
everybody.
じゃ、
See you! That's all I said as I quickly left the classroom. They said something to me as I was leaving, but I couldn't make it out. I managed to make it all the way to the entrance in that state of mind. I like the remake, which one was it? It was, yeah, the art style remake one. I like the remake one. I might try, I don't know. I'm on the fence with what one I want to use. I'm probably going to stick with this, though. Took out my shoe, oh wait, no. I think I just completely, skipped a sentence. I managed to make it all the way to the entrance in that state of mind. Took out my shoes, put them on, and went forward. Forward. Hard in that heart, Keiichi Maibara. They were, for some unfathomable reason, trying to kill me. They were plotting something dubious, watching my every move. Okay, we don't need to make this... But I couldn't hate them. Because, weren't they my friends? Part of me lamented my naivety, while another part lamented the fact that I had lost something important by lamenting over it in the first place. It felt like my personality was being ripped in two, along with my body. Yeah, I don't know, Keiichi. You seem... I don't know. If this is what Oyashiro-sama's curse was like, then it was just too harsh. Hey, Oyashiro-sama, I was wrong for not believing in your curse. But I believed in it now. Completely. Really. Your curse does exist. So seriously, give me a break. I beg you. Come on. Oh, we're back at home already. What is... This has been just like... No happy vibes at all. It's already night 2? Dinner was unusually bland. It had no flavor or aroma. The miso soup that normally tantalized my appetite instead tasted like nothing but boiled water. Dad was eating with us that night. It was a rare occurrence in this household. I can tell it's no more happy times. I got it in the last part, but I mean... I think, yeah, no, the happy times ended when they gave me a sewing needle. Like, it was like with Rena, screaming in, that one part. Maybe it was just, an outburst. That's what I thought at first. But no, after the sewing needle, it's yeah, no, the happy times are gone. When he got into his work, he ate and slept on his own schedule. My dad never cared about the time. Since my dad was at the dinner table, it either meant he had just reached a good point to take a break or he was in a slump.
とにかく、作家のモチベーションってものを理解してないんだよ、彼は。
So yeah, She just doesn't understand the motivation creators have.
タイアップの話だって口約束なんでしょ？
Your partnership was just a verbal agreement, wasn't it?
そんなに反りが合わないならきっぱりお断りしたら？
If it's so hard to agree on things, why not just end it?
助け合いの世界だからお互い様だとは思うんだけど、これじゃ仕事にな。
I feel like it's an industry with a lot of back scratching, but when it gets in the way of business, I wasn't able to pick out much of my mom and dad's conversation, but I could tell it wasn't a very pleasant topic. That, of course, made the disgusting food even less appealing. Wow, disgusting? Okay. Staring listlessly at the exchange between my parents, my mind wandered off to the same thought processes I had going all day long. Friends close to me, no. They used to be friends, wow. But I could no longer trust them. Right now, I was greatly lacking in allies. You got Oishi, I mean, that's about like the only one. People I trusted, people I could depend on when push came to shove. They were something I just didn't have. Having just one ally would have been incredibly reassuring in the currently hopeless situation I was in. Did bro just forget that Oishi exists? I put down my chopsticks and looked over at my parents, who were still talking about work. The first course of action that came to mind was to tell my parents everything. That is a very bad idea. Currently, there wasn't a single person from Hinamizawa I could trust 100%. That meant the only people I could trust were my parents. But if I told them everything that happened up until now, would they understand? Rena, for example. That neighborly Rena, who was so diligent in looking after me, came to get me every day, and sometimes brought over a share of what she made. How could I explain that she wanted to kill me? No matter how I explained, it would probably be difficult for anybody to comprehend. My somewhat eccentric dad wouldn't understand, and my high-strung mom would probably drag me off to a psychiatrist in the blink of an eye. Sadly, that was the amount of trust that existed in our relationship. Wow, that is just kind of sad. Even if they did come to understand, what could they possibly do? Unless they could uncover the truth, they wouldn't be able to protect me. No, by informing them of these unnecessary things, I'd be putting my parents in danger as well. Considering that the victims in past incidents were often married couples, I couldn't even joke about it. Maybe next year, yeah, I don't know. For the entire Maibara family to have an accident or to just vanish into thin air, it was easily possible in Hinamizawa. Maybe that'll be next year's curse. I don't know. That's what's scary. What was important here was that knowing something unnecessary put you in danger. The most unsettling question was, how did they know that I knew? As long as they didn't know, my parents might not fall victim. That was one way to think about it, I guess. At least it was like that in my case. After I found out, things started becoming odd. In other words, it meant the following. As long as my parents didn't know anything, nothing would happen to them. Didn't you just say that? Which means that this house would be a safe haven as long as my parents were in. I knew these were just assumptions based on conjecture on top of conjecture. Wanting this house to be a safe haven, that was the pinnacle of my weak-willed method of thinking. I had to concede that it was not completely safe. It was only safer than the outside. Well, I mean, yeah, it's your house. I knew that I could rely on my parents? No, I couldn't risk getting my parents involved. Then the only person who could be my ally would be Oishi-san, him and him alone. He was the only person who understood the situation I was in. Yeah, he could help. He didn't care so much about my safety, but he was without a doubt passionate about solving this case. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's not yet, no. I don't know. It was a bit frustrating. Oishi-san was basically the whole reason I was in this mess. Now to get out of it, I had to rely on him. Meaning, it was all going according to his devices. I don't think it's that bad. It was just my job to look up appetizing while bobbing in the waves as bait. I mean, yeah, you're bait, but, like, I don't think he'll let it, like, he won't let them do anything to you. Like, he won't let them kill you. Like, actually, I don't know. He can't help you right now, but I mean, later, it's possible. When the fish started gathering around, Oishi-san would pull up the big haul. It was slightly infuriating, but even I thought that was the best course of action. I guess, yeah, the best way would be, yeah, under his protection, and then just, yeah, pull their feet out from under the rug once they try something. So then, what should I do? Patience was the first rule of fishing. Why is this all just turn into some weird fish metaphor? Just keep waiting until the fish actually bites. But I wasn't simply bait. There were lots of ways for me to struggle before being devoured. When they struck, I needed to somehow dodge just enough and tag out to Oishi-san. No question, it was going to be hard. The timing to bring Oishi-san in would be difficult. What happened? What the hell? Whoa, what's going on here? Yeah, fishing minigames. Yeah, they're low-key a little fun, yeah. He was in the city, not Hinamizawa. Why did my stream look get messed up for a second? Am I tripping? Okay, no, it's fixed. Okay. So if I phoned him in my moment of need, it would take him about 30 minutes to reach me. That's bad. So I need to run away for those 30 minutes. For example, if we set up a rendezvous point for dire situations or something, I just have to hide out there until Oishi-san arrives.
よし。少し見えてきたぞ。
Okay, I can almost see it now. I was still being chased around in the dark by boogeymen, okay. But now I knew which way to go. I would never have imagined this would be so reassuring. Oh yeah, it would probably be best if I had a concealed weapon for when things got rough. Typically, that would call for a switchblade. But that wasn't too reassuring for combat. Also, yeah, I don't know why you'd carry that to like somewhere like school. That'd look extremely bad if you just carried a switchblade to school. Let's stop with the weapon talk here. Also, since it was recognized as a weapon by the public, that also wasn't good. Really, when the time comes, a long weapon like a bat would work in my favor. I remember there was a metal bat at school. Ooh, metal bat? I mean, that works. I mean, and it's not necessarily suspicious, I guess. I could be confident with that when push came to shove. Oh yeah. Especially a metal one? If I pretend I was practicing my swing, then it wouldn't be suspicious for me to always carry it around. I could go to school early tomorrow and secure it. Just possessing a weapon may be enough to deter them. Wow, I said that wrong. Also, one more thing. Insurance. It could be something like a note or memo. I could write down everything that's happened as a sort of journal. Oh, I see. In case I suddenly vanished, the journal would be left behind. With my journal in his possession, Oishi-san should be able to avenge my death. I left my parents engrossed in their conversation about work and went back to my room. Wow, this has just been... Oh, man. Alright, I tore out a piece of paper from a notebook and made my way to my desk. Now all the serious stuff is just constantly happening and I'm so hooked. Last time I wrote a journal was for summer homework in elementary school. In the off chance something bad happened, the police could use my diary as a lead. So I should only write down the facts, or what you believe to be the facts. Either way, it still works the same. How should I start? I jotted down my thoughts as they came. I, Keiichi Maebara, am in fear for my life. It made me laugh nervously. It was a line that showed up often in detective stories. I never even imagined, dreamed, that I would be in the type of situation where I'd write it myself. I do not know why they are after my life. Ren and the others were suspicious, but I had no proof. And that's why I couldn't write anything more. I laughed wryly at myself for writing such a passage draped in mystery. Would the police be able to get the hint from reading this enigmatic passage? I could only pray that they would. What I prayed for the most, though, was that this journal never needed to play its part. Here I laughed nervously. I don't know why I clicked that. It was too simple, so I wrote down one more line I just thought of. The only thing I do know is that it has to do with Oyashiro-sama's curse. Was that too much? I probably shouldn't write more than that. If I wrote any more, then it would seem like I was just delusional. In order to appear to the reader that the person who had written this was of sound mind, I chose not to write anything else at that point. Are you saying you're not sound of mind? I just needed to add more as I learned about the truth. I folded the paper and thought about a place to hide it. By hiding it somewhere obvious, there's a chance that they would uncover it instead. I mean, there's not a lot of places you can hide it in here. I mean, like, no, you can't really put it anywhere here. There's nowhere to hide it here. There's nothing? Oh, no, there's that clock right there. I mean, could you hide it behind it? I mean, maybe if you tape it. But I mean, can it even reach that? On the other hand, if it was in too obscure of a location, then there was the risk of nobody finding it at all. Yeah, I guess that would be... Well, they think... I mean, no, I guess they check everywhere. In the end, oh, wow, I was right. I decided to take the clock off my wall and stick my folded note on the back of it with scotch tape. After that, I put the clock back into its normal position. Yeah. It didn't look like anything was hidden behind it. Now I needed to set it up that if anything happens to me, my parents could find it. I looked at it from countless different angles until I was satisfied and made my way downstairs. My parents were still talking about work. It didn't look like it was going to end anytime soon, so I cut in.
話中ごめん。
Sorry to interrupt.
ちょっと聞いてもらっていいかな。
I have something I want to talk to you about. I'd never started off a conversation like that before, so my parents were both startled. They stopped talking and turned towards me.
どうしたのケイチ？
What is it, Keiichi?
お願いがあるんだけど、聞いてほしいんだ。
Well, I have a favor to ask of you. Please listen.
その、もしもだよ。
Just in case, yeah?
圭一、急ぎの話じゃなきゃ後にしなさい。
If it's not urgent, can we do this later?
お父さんとお母さんはちょっと今、急ぎの話をしてるんだ。
Right now, Mommy and Daddy have something urgent they're talking about. I didn't think their talk was more urgent than mine. In any case, I stated my request.
もしもだよ。
Just in case, okay?
俺が死んだらさ。
If I die, okay, wow. Way to not make it any less suspicious. If I die... Both my parents' eyes went as wide as saucers. Yeah.
死んだらさ。
If I die...
俺の部屋にある時計。あれを棺に入れてほしいんだ。
I want you to put the clock on my wall in my coffin. If they did that, then they'd probably find it. I mean, yeah. My memoir. Well, my parents remained wide-eyed, not moving an inch. I couldn't blame them.
あの時計、工作の授業で作ったお気に入りなんだ。
I made that clock in shop class and I really liked it. Did he?
頼むよ。
So please.
どうしたの？
What's the matter?
ケイチ、
Keiichi,
何かあったの？
something happened? I mean, yeah, way to not clue in your parents that something's wrong. Mom was finally able to ask me with a questioning gaze. Of course, this is a normal response for when someone's son suddenly talked about a subject like this. Wow. I felt bad about making them worry, but right now, I just wanted them to think about the clock in my room. With the awkward move leaving the room in silence, I decided to go back up to my room.
俺さ、明日は早くに学校に行きたいから、もう寝るよ。
I want to get to school early tomorrow, so I'm going to bed.
おやすみ。
Good night. Saying only that, I left the living room. I needed to get to school early tomorrow and secure that bat. Oh, we're going to... Okay. I should make today the last day I went to school with Rena. Okay, that's good. We're starting off good, strong. Now it's just about our survival. As I climbed the stairs, I heard my mom calling my name, but I pretended not to hear her. It wasn't something I could talk about with my parents. If I talked about it, it would only make things more dangerous. The fight that had begun was mine and mine alone. I couldn't rely on anybody. That's a bad mindset to have. You should definitely, yeah, if people can help you, then, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just depends. I don't like that mindset. I wouldn't be killed. Not when I still knew nothing. Oh? Oh, okay, was that the end of that part? No way. Oh, no, it probably is. We'll probably have the tips, aren't we? Oh, we are. Not feeling so hot. Yeah, he's got a lot he has to deal with right now. Chasing Shadows. That's an interesting achievement name. Not feeling so hot. Okay. This the only tip? Alright, let's see. Oh?
最近、ケイチくんの元気がないね。機嫌が悪いのかな？
Keiichi-kun's been feeling down lately. Maybe he's in a bad mood.
さーて、どうしたんだろうね。恋の病にでもかかってるんじゃないの？
I wonder, maybe he's on his period. Oh yeah, Keiichi's just on his period.
ちゃん、それ飛躍しすぎ。
Mi-chan, that's gross. Yeah, what the hell? How do you say that? I don't even want to know how you say that.
どう思う？
What do you think?
さあね。
Don't know. I'm not liking the weird, like, tone of this conversation just got.
ケイちゃんひょっとして、かな？
Could be that Kei-chan, maybe... What?
わかんない。
I don't know.
あの日、ケイちゃんと車で話してたの。中年のでっぷりした男だったんでしょ？
Okay, so they definitely know. That day, I almost called him Keiichi-chan. Kei-chan was in that car talking to some tubby middle-aged guy, right?
うん。間違いない。
Yeah, no mistake.
大石のやつ、ケイちゃんに何を吹き込んでるのかな？
That Oishi, you probably fed him something fishy. Oh, okay, so they do know him. Okay. I don't like that they know him. What do they mean by that? They fed him something fishy.
真剣そうだったよ。ケイチ君は顔面蒼白だった。
He looks serious. Keiichi-kun's face was so pale. Okay, so you really... Okay,
あ
yeah,
の
okay.
ね、レナはよく知らないだろうけど、
So you might not know this. Oh, no.
実はあいつ、お
What?
社様の使いなんだよ。
What the hell does that mean? But he's actually the messenger of Oyashiro-sama. What does that mean?
何の話？
Huh? What do you mean?
あいつが現れるとね、必ず鬼隠しが起こるの。本当だよ。
Oh. Whenever he... Whoa, I did not like that disturbing tone of voice you just took. Whenever he shows up, someone is demoned away. No lie. Okay, well that's interesting.
あれ？
Oh?
そうなの？
That's so.
おととし、リカちゃんのお母さんが受水したでしょ？その直前に大石が尋問してたんだよ。
The year before last, when Rika-chan's mom drowned, right? Right before that, she was visited by Oishi. Okay, interesting.
そういえば、サトシ君が転校する前にもいたね。
Now that you mention it, he was around before Satoshi-kun transferred out, too. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't you say you didn't know Satoshi before, and then now you're just casually saying his name?
転校？レナはいいやつだよな。
Okay, Mion, you just went from like a sus level of like 3 to like a 9. I don't like this, man. I don't like this. This like just gave me weird vibe. You just transferred, yeah.
今度はケイチ君の前に現れたんだ。
Are you saying I'm getting demoned away next?
じゃあ、ケイチ君も鬼隠しになっちゃう？
So this time he's appeared before Keiichi-kun. So Keiichi-kun is going to be demoned away too? An empty silence hung in the air. And then it was suddenly interrupted. By loud laughter. Wow, man. That just... Okay. That little sense of faith I had, like, that just crumbled bad. Like... Okay. Yes. That really made me... Wow. That was weird. Why are they laughing at that? I'm confused. Like... I can't really make an excuse for that. Like, why are they laughing that he's about... Like, he could be... demoned away? They're insane? Yeah, I don't know what to believe. They're just... After that tip, like, it's hard to believe... It's hard to, like, even, like... I don't know.